Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 205. Yeah! 205. No jive. I am your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And today, we have a special guest for you. The pride of Oregon. The keeper of the fire of the Grateful Dead. The back of Aaron's head. Yeah! Now, are you a parody of Portlandia or what here with your
Portlandia is a parody of me. Let's get that out of the way just right now. Portlandia is a parody of me.
Now, how close?
We've cleared the air.
All right. So, how close to Portland are you?
30 miles. About 30 miles.
Wow.
So I've watched that show and it's pretty funny. I live just a few minutes from Berkeley, California. So there's a lot of stuff that seems kind of to resonate. Now, is Portlandia at all true? Are Portlanders like that?
Yes, they are. The town's unofficial mascot is a guy who wears a Darth Vader helmet, riding a unicycle, and playing flaming bagpipes.
Flaming bagpipes.
That's not. I didn't make that up. You can't make that shit up.
Wow. The only thing weirder is if he was like a midget or something.
No, he's fully grown man, unfortunately.
Well, all right. So does he have, like, he's got his hands busy with the bagpipe, so he has no place to hold his lightsaber?
No.
Oh,
but there's fire coming out of but it's flaming bagpipes. So
that makes the difference.
That makes the difference.
Okay, so, as we all know, there's nothing more soothing than the sound of bagpipes.
Oh, shit, you said midget, man. This is the 205th episode we've been politically incorrect.
Okay. So here in Berkeley, California, I live in Oakland, so we're right next door to Berkeley, and I've spent much time there. You can buy tie-dyed shirts like that on the sidewalk on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Here you can buy them at the Saturday and Wednesday farmers markets.
Yes, indeed.
Of course, this one was just made for me by a friend, so I didn't pay for it.
Well, see, that's the way the original hippies did. They made their own tie-dyed shirts. They didn't buy them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a thing, like the reason I came out to California from Texas is because my older sister had done the exact same thing. She's 8 years older than me, so she actually was old enough to be one of the flower children. So she came out to the San Francisco Bay Area, and she was living in a commune kind of house with a 3-story house with 8 people living there, and they would all take turns cooking and doing all this stuff, and everybody was wearing tie-dyed shirts and weird stuff, and nobody ever took baths, and nobody ever cut their hair, and I was very impressioned by it as a young lad, seeing all this crazy shit.
It inspired you, you young hooligan, you.
That's right. See, now I'm a little too young for the hippie days. I mean, I was in junior high, kind of at its heyday, or maybe 5th or 6th grade. So I missed out. I kind of pissed myself, that I missed out. So do you ever wish that you had been around back in the peace and love days, the summer of '68?
Only so I could. I only would like to have existed back then to watch Watergate happen.
Oh, well, I
think I would have found that interesting.
Well,
I'm also very sadistic and love to watch Nixon fall.
Oh, wow. I remember it was on one summer. It was I don't know if it was 70. or 71 or whatever it was. It was on like one whole summer. It was like the hearings were just like on TV all day long. It's like, oh my God, this is the boringest thing in the world.
I wish I could go back to the 60s and be a flower child. So I could take some of that dynamite acid.
Yeah, that's it. Well, in those days, the chicks really did put out, I'm telling you.
It was all about sexual freedom back then.
That's right. That's right. Well, to be honest, the actual real sexual freedom was maybe a decade later in the 70s. That's when, pre-AIDS, post-hippies, that was probably the greatest period of, like, promiscuity in our nation's history.
Mm.
And I was there. And, yeah, cool. So, what's been going on in the life of Mr. Aaron?
I don't think either of you know this, but I had leg surgery last Tuesday.
Oh, no, we did not know that.
No.
Yep, got my other hip replaced finally. I'm actually icing my knee as we talk right now.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, so you got a hip replacement surgery?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you're like got titanium parts now.
Yeah.
So how long did you have to stay in the hospital?
2 days.
2 days. That's
Not long.
Yeah.
Wow. So that whole Call of Duty thing with the exosuits, you're working your way up to that.
Mm-hmm. Just got like
So am I.
201 more bones to go.
All right. So what all have you had done? You said the other hip. Did you have it on both sides?
I had this first one done in February, and then I had this one done just last week.
Wow. That's quite interesting for a. You're 18, right?
Mm-hmm. This is aftermath of chemo. I've had this problem for like a year now.
Wow. Can you still hit the pedals on the drum kit with ease?
Not right now, but I will later.
Good.
Yeah. Now, I have a drum kit and I kind of messed around with it a little bit. It's like, do you play with your like your knees kind of like above the pedal so you can push down hard and fast, or do you like have your heel on the floor?
I have my heel on the floor.
Okay.
It's easier for me that way.
Well, that's how I did it too, because I know that some people like kind of have their knees sort of hovering over it. It seems like that's too much work.
Some people can do that, and I can't.
And then when you do, if you want to really slam, that pedal, you can really whack it hard that way.
Mm.
So how's the drumming coming along? Up until that point, were you still drumming?
Yes, and now I'm just taking a break while I recover.
Taking it easy.
Yep.
So you
we're building a building out back, which is just gonna have my drum set on it.
all right? So
I can just go and hold on.
We're gonna go out back. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Edit that in post.
So is there room in there to bring other people in with instruments and amps and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So have you got any kind of a group that you're working with?
Nope.
Yeah.
But I'm working on that part.
So
There's plenty of local music stores. I just go down there and ask if anyone wants to play.
So-
Okay.
So what's your favorite kind of music to actually play with? I mean, what's your goal? What kind of music do you want to really play?
Well, I mean, I just want to be able to play very fast, like whatever I need to do. But I'd get up to like metal standards, like Iron Maiden metal, but be comfortable down at like Phil Collins.
Okay. So I know that you have like this really eclectic sensibility for music. Like, you know every fucking song from, you know, all the good songs from the good old days. It's like for somebody your age, it's like insane. You know, you have a wide taste. Like, I don't know. So you get that from your parents? Like, they have like a lot of records or something?
They have a lot of CDs. Like, a lot of good CDs, like the first Boston album, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the best of Electric Light Orchestra, the best of Tom Petty, all that shit.
Wow. So are you a person who sings as well?
No. I can't do both.
Can you sing without drumming? I mean, are you any good?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't sing.
Can't sing?
No. You don't want to hear me sing.
You can try.
Well,
I
what you
can
got to
try,
do
but-
is don't sing live, just record, and then you just use
Auto-tune the shit out of it.
Auto-tune the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I have Melodyne. I don't have Auto-tune. I have Melodyne, and it works great. It works great. I got a buddy that we used to write songs and record them and stuff, and I can kind of sing, but you know, Melodyne helps. But my buddy is horrible. I mean, he's just atrociously bad. And even as bad as he is, we were able to fix it, you know, with editing. It was like, oh my God, this is just awesome. You know, so nowadays when you hear somebody singing on a record, there's no way of knowing whether they have any talent at all.
Not anymore.
I mean, they could suck. I mean, they could really
I've heard
suck.
Katy Perry sing live. She fucking sucks. She's terrible without that studio editing.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look how awesome she looks.
Yeah. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Katy Perry. I actually like some of her songs, you know. It's like it's bubblegum bullshit pop music, but it's catchy. It's like it's not catchy by accident. I mean,
No. There's scientists in a laboratory coming up with these songs in order to make, you know, hit singles. It's no secret. Like, there's just a bunch of Jewish guys in a room writing this shit all day.
oh my God, that is so racist. Anyhow.
Oh, okay, midgets, whatever you say.
No, I mean, it's like, it has been studied. There's certain chord progressions that just automatically work every time. There's certain kind of tempos and rhythms and little rhythm tricks that automatically work every time. You just sort of combine that, and just like you get a cute little theme, you know, like I Kissed a Girl.
I mean, look at Kid Rock took Sweet Home Alabama, Werewolves of London, and something else, mixed it together and made a hit song out of it. So,
Yep.
Well, the reason is because they all use just a few variations of a few chord progressions. Like almost all pop songs are just written on, you know, a couple of variations of chord progressions, and you know, you find a couple that are the same, and you could totally mash them up all you want. So, do you?
are you saying the Jonas Brothers sucked?
the Jonas?
No.
I
Brothers.
said, are you saying the Jonas Brothers sucked?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know who they are.
I'm trying to think. Those guys. That was like 10 or 15 years ago, right?
At least.
Yeah, actually, something like
At least.
But I know they actually were brothers. So.
Yes.
Yes, they were.
I think a lot of them did solo careers now,
Mm-hmm.
and only
Yeah.
one of them's moderately successful, but I don't know which one.
Well, the main heartthrob and the guy who sang the lead vocals was like the middle brother, and he was the better looking one. He had like the flowing blonde hair. The older brother looked a little odd, and of course the kid brother, the little kid, was the drummer. So how does that make you feel when a little kid plays the drums and he's like successful and making money?
I'm happy for that kid. Like, good job. This music industry's fucking fractured as hell. Good job on you for making it a success out of it.
No doubt.
Yeah. You know who's not a terribly great drummer, but I love their drumming? Meg White.
Don't know who that is.
She is the other half of Jack White of the White Stripes. It's like, okay, so the White Stripes, that's when he first hit, Jack White first hit. That was his first band, and they had some incredibly awesome songs, and he is the real deal, man. He is a guitar player. I mean, he's got all the old blues licks, plus he's got this just amazing take on music, and he likes to play these old shitty airline guitars and stuff from the 60s that you like are terrible, but they look weird, and he could play the shit out of them. And his sister was the drummer, and she played this real, and it was just a 2-person band, just him, guitar, and his sister on drums, and she played this real kind of like straightforward kind of a style, but it was
looking
like they
brash, hard.
Like, yeah, she hit the skins hard, and they mic'd up her bass, her kick drums, like, so it was like every time she hit it was like boom, and it worked as a duo. And it's like, look up some of the music if you're not super familiar with it. Look at some of their videos and watch Meg playing. I mean, she's real simple, and you can tell she's not an accomplished drummer. She probably doesn't know a paradiddle from a whatever.
Well, Tommy Lee is an example. Is a fairly good drummer, but when it came to time to go to the university and take an actual course in music and read music, he can't read music.
Yeah,
he can play the piano, he can play the drums, but he can't read music.
It's a whole different language. Takes many years to study.
Well, there's a lot of people that play by ear. I mean,
I think you got to have that brain.
Yeah.
That mentality. I don't know.
Yeah, like one time there was this. I sort of used to kind of play around with guitar, and I wanted to. There was this girl I sort of liked. She lived in my building, and she played piano, and she had like an actual little baby grand piano in her apartment, and she played classical music, and she played. Great. She played really great. And, it's like one time I said, hey, we should jam together. And she's like, what do you mean jam? It's like, okay, you put a piece of sheet music in front of her, and she'll play it perfectly, and she'll play amazingly. But it's like, okay, we're just gonna like, mess around with some chord progressions and just improvise. No, she wasn't about that. She wasn't about that. It had to be written on a page in front of her.
Couldn't do the freestyle.
She couldn't improvise, yeah. So.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe the ability to improvise kind of takes away from your ability to kind of like play back. I don't know if they're mutually exclusive or if some people can really do both.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
So,
I know I can do both, so I don't really have that problem.
Okay. So you can put charts in front of you, and you can play that kind of shit.
Yeah.
See, I haven't done that since I was in high school. When I was in band, I can't. I just never kept up with it. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I played the cornet and the tuba in band, so that didn't really help me too much.
I played the cornet.
Yeah. Were you in band, Aaron?
For a little while.
You didn't like it?
No, I mean, that's where I learned to read music, but I didn't like any of the music we were playing, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not real sophisticated stuff. It's kind of cornball.
Well, it was like when I was in 8th grade, we had to play Long, Long Ago, and the teacher says to the class, okay, we're going to play Long, Long Ago. Does anybody have a problem with that? And one guy goes, yeah, I do. And the teacher goes, what's your problem? He goes, I think it sucks. So the teacher took him out in the hall and had to talk to him, brought him back into the class, stood up in front of the class and said, no, we're going to play Long, Long Ago. Does anybody have a problem with that? And he looks right at that kid. Kid didn't say nothing, so we played Long, Long Ago.
Can you
That kid should have said something.
So, can you? I don't know how that song goes. Can you hum a few bars of it?
When I was a young boy and I went to grammar school, but that was long, long ago, long ago.
Oh,
I went there each and
okay.
every day and learned the golden rule, but that was long, long ago, long ago. And then one day I raised my hand up from the second row. The teacher gave me an answer. Her answer, it was no. But I had fooled the teacher because I no longer had to go because I pissed on the floor long ago.
I did not see that coming.
I bet you didn't.
What do you say when you said you raised your hand and the teacher said no? I thought your son like, hey, you want to you you see these stories in the news all the time about some hot like junior high teacher, and she's getting it on with her male students, and she gets busted. It's like, where was that criminal teacher when I needed her? Shit. I could have used a little bit of molestation at that time.
Molestation.
Yeah. So anyway, what kind of video games are you be playing lately?
Man, I have been playing Overwatch nonstop for the last 2 weeks.
Overwatch on the PC.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite game to come out in such a long time. I'm loving it.
All right. So are you getting good with all the characters, or are you kind of specializing?
That game requires you to be good with all the characters to be useful. And you got to be able to switch like on the fly if the situation calls for it.
Okay. So what do you praise about it, and what do you find that could be improved about it?
I love that they put so much time and development into their characters. They feel like characters with like a story and history, and you could feel like you actually feel like that character when you play them. So they did a very good job right there. And the art style is also very good. The game's only 6 gigabytes, and I don't know how they did that, so I'm pretty impressed, especially considering we're in the age of like 50 gigabyte downloads for Grand Theft Auto 5.
Wow.
And
Really? 6 gigabytes? That's all it
only
takes?
6 gigs.
Damn.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's very good looking too. Criticism I have of it is there's not enough game modes and maps yet. I think they need more game modes. Like there's no team deathmatch. Everything's an objective game mode. I just like a skirmish game mode or something.
So I'm sure that's coming though, right?
Probably. They said there will be future content updates, and they're all free
For console too, or just PC?
for console and PC.
Wow. Now PC, that's not the unusual, but for consoles that is unheard of. Well, Halo 5 is like all the DLC is free. Well, the maps and stuff and the game modes and that all stuff is free. Now there's still bullshit microtransactions. Now Overwatch has that too. They have the microtransactions where you can buy skins.
They do, but it's just cosmetic, so there's like no advantage or disadvantage at all, and it's all random. You just buy like a bunch of boxes, and then you open them, and then you just see what you get.
Okay. Well, that's tailor fucking made for YouTube unboxing videos or pack opening videos or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it though.
Yeah. Now, is that the single most boring kind of gaming video that exists? Is like, I just bought a bunch of loot, crates.
I'm about to show you how much money I can waste on a video, guys.
we're opening 50 cases. It's like, oh my god, reaction.
I just spent $200 on a bunch of random boxes in Hearthstone because I have a bunch of money. Let's see what we get here. Yeah. Oh, there's no legendary, damn you.
So do you have any suggestions besides more maps or anything for it?
No, actually, my only criticism, really, just more maps and game modes, please.
Now, are you playing solo or do you play with a crew?
I have people.
I have people.
I have people I play with, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What else? What else games? So other than Overwatch, which you've been obsessed with, what were you playing before that?
Before, I was just kind of buying humble bundles and playing the single-player games in those.
Now, how come you're not streaming? I've been not seeing your streams coming up.
I'm not streaming because I just don't have the energy for it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Good reason.
They got something called crack that's fix that right.
No, thank you.
Yeah, but there's a side effect to that too, Yam.
Yeah.
It's called addiction.
Well, we here on Bulletproof Underwear don't want to give people the wrong message, but you know what? Drugs are kind of cool. I wish I could still do them. I seriously wish I could still do them.
Remember to go to your local drug dealer and try acid. Acid, it'll make you see shit.
Yeah, well, me and Flex
Not the
have
shit
done.
they got nowadays won't.
Yeah, we've done much of
Not
that.
the kind of shit I seen.
Yeah, my cat is like rocking me. It's like this licking motion is like bumping me around. It's like, stop that. Now, as long as you're not going for like your crotch, that's okay.
Looks like he's just trying to lick your headphones.
Well, of course they're lime candy and they have LEDs on them too.
Yeah.
I can prove it. I can unplug the LEDs so you can see it.
I just ordered a mouse with the LEDs on it not long ago.
All right, LED mouse. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just needed a new mouse, and that would look like a good one. The Razer Death Adder.
Oh yeah. I've thought about that. I don't have a good mouse. I have a LED keyboard, but and you can change the colors and all that kind of stuff on it. But I just use a shitty little cheap mouse. Here
That's
we go.
awesome.
I like to use a really little one.
That's what I'm using too. See, Microsoft genericism.
All right. You can't beat the good old OG Microsoft, man.
Yes, you can.
That's right. So, right before the Overwatch came out, Microsoft announced that Black Ops was coming out on Xbox One backwards compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
The original Black Ops from released late 2010.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game on 360 that got me into multiplayer, Black Ops, and I played the fuck out of it all through 2011. I mean, I really loved that game. There's never been a COD game that was as good. Never. None of the ones that came after it have been as good. And after it came out, it's like the first few days it had like 100,000 players playing it. And it was free. You just if you just take your old disc, pop it in, and you can just play it for free.
It was free if you coughed up some disk space to make it work.
Well,
you had to download an update.
Yeah,
How big was the update? How big was the update? 11 gig?
You're uploading the whole game because the only reason you have to have the disc is just to prove that you own the game. But
I know.
It's not playing off the disc. It's playing off the hard drive.
Hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like 8 gigs or something, 7 or 8 gigs.
Yeah.
Which is small by comparison, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. We've been playing it and we've been playing the hell out of it. I mean, just I played it so much. It's like I even formed a new Xbox gamer tag. Just so I could. Anyway, it's been a hoot. So did you ever play Black? We both did. Did you ever play Black Ops?
I played it with you guys.
The original old school Black Ops.
Yeah.
I remember playing Black Ops 2. I just don't remember.
We went back and played the original sometimes.
Yeah, we played it.
When we
Monkey
were
Turd
bored.
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Monkey Turd
That's true.
Tuesdays.
That's true.
Remember we used to switch it up.
It's really the game is packed with features. I mean, for 2010, I mean, you had a theater mode that you could do anything you wanted with. It's as good as anything that Halo ever did. They had private matches where you could just like change anything and everything. They had zombies. It's like they had the you could make your own player cards. It's like, I mean, really a feature-rich game for those days, and they really haven't made a better one since.
No.
Now, just today, I saw a video talking about Infinite Warfare. The upcoming title, Infinite Warfare, is like the pre-sale, the pre-order numbers they're not good.
The most bitched about Call of Duty game not even on the market yet.
Right. It does have almost 3 million dislikes on the video, but
We haven't seen it, and we hate it.
yeah. Well, I'm not looking forward to it. I just, first of all, Infinity Ward is not the premier, Call of Duty creator, but
Need more.
yeah. Okay, so they packaged Modern Warfare, the original COD 4. They're remastered, not just backwards compatibility, but remastered. If you buy the premium game, which is $20 extra. So like the pre-order numbers on VG charts, they're like 70 between Xbox One and PS4. There's like 70,000 pre-orders in the can so far, whereas there's like about 700,000 last year's COD game at this time. I mean, it is super not getting pre-ordered. I mean, it's not going to be a hit. It's not going
Hack the dollar's got to be crapping bricks, man.
And we're back.
Yes. We just had a brief moment. Aaron was called away.
We're not saying it's anyone's fault. We just had some minor candid technical difficulties. It's okay.
No, tell the truth. We called Microsoft commies and they wrecked our Skype call.
No, what it is Aaron was called away because Donald Trump had an important question that he had to ask.
No, I'm not going there.
He's not going there.
Don't drag me down like that.
So are you telling me you're not voting for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't say that. Yes, that's exactly what I said.
I voted today. Oops, where is it? I voted
There you go.
just right before we did this call. I went and cast my vote.
Nice. I did not.
Well, Oregon wasn't voting.
Nope.
Today's the last 6 states. We got New Jersey, California, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, I think, and good old Skag 3, his state of Montana.
See, if I was president, that would be my first task, would be to just unite the Dakotas and the Carolinas and the Virginias.
There you go.
Yeah.
They've been separated far too long, damn it.
And then I would split California into North and South. That's what I'd do.
I thought it already was.
Yeah, well, it is a pretty interesting state. I mean, Northern California is very much not like Southern California. You talk about L.A. and all that shit is so not like San Francisco. You can't even...
They are very different animals.
Very different. Yeah. And then, you go up way north, and then you got the kind of crazy bearded mountain men, living in Unabomber shacks.
The guys that are just like, hello, I'm retired Disney engineer. How may I help you today?
Oh God. So have you been following the politics at all much?
No. I've
Me
got,
neither.
I've got my own shit to deal with right now.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's wrap this up.
All right.
Thanks for getting back on. You know, see, that's what happens when you do your porn stream. You know, while you're trying to make a sketch.
Yeah, sorry, I should have turned that off before we started. It's all right.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're still watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 205, good for you.
Congratulations.
We would like to thank our awesome and recovering from major surgery Oregonian hippie ass guest, Aaron. I've been your co-host, Yam Juice.
And having your close flex.
And I guess it's that time, gentlemen. You should definitely make a headshot from that.
I'll think about it. I'll make a collage.
That's it. Hold on here. Now there's only one goddamn thing left to do. Take us out, Mr. Flex.
Bye, everybody.